Hello YouTube and welcome to another thing. I'm currently sitting on my couch in Sterling, Virginia, but all this footage is going to be coming to you from Harrington, Delaware, American Supercamp. Oh yeah, baby, American Supercamp. This is day 2. This is most of my footage that I took. Most of my riding footage, I should say. I cut some out because it was just boring. We started the day out with a figure 8 drill, just kind of doing really tight figures of 8, and that wasn't so fun to watch. And I also couldn't really blur out my name. I've got, as you can see right there on the left of my screen, I'm blurring out my actual last name. Just, you know, because hey, this is going on YouTube and I'd rather not dox myself. Someone else can do that for me if they'd like. But man, yeah, American Supercamp. What I can say about this class first, more than anything else, is it's gonna put you in your place. It's really gonna put you in your place. You're gonna find out really fast how you stack up in the grand scheme of things when you get out here. It's kind of strange, huh? We've got a horse racing track, and we've got TTR 125s. They apparently they've dynoed a couple of these, or at least one of them. And they say they make 10 horsepower. So you got a whole lot of power going down here. Anyways, you got a long way to go. I'm going to try to keep this civil. I've had 4 beers already. These beers are the Truth. I'm not going to name the brand, but they're the Truth, and they are 8.7% alcohol by volume, so I'm a little buzzed, to say the least, and I'm having a good time. That's for dang sure. As you can see, we've got people of all different skill levels here, and the track's very tight, very technical. Yeah, that's Danny Walker, the head coach, the head organizer of Supercamp, yelling at us. I couldn't hear a damn word he said when he said it in real life, and I can't understand a damn word of what he was saying there on the camera either, so that's pretty funny. And I screwed that turn up. So I feel like the idea of Supercamp is to try to be perfect. It's not, this is the non-racer camp, so I feel like going fast and really kicking ass isn't the name of the game, but rather applying their techniques over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's the idea of Supercamp as a non-racer, for sure. Go wide there. I was looking at that guy who had stopped, and I just didn't want to hit him, so I go wide. I'm going wide every time. You know, I feel like what's going on here and what my problem is with all this, it's fear. I am just straight up afraid of riding. And I found out that my place in the hierarchy, the totem pole of riding, I'm pretty damn low. I mean, you've seen a lot of my videos, you see me preaching this, you see me talking about that, you see me trying to understand motorcycle riding. Well, at the end of the day, I don't know shit.
real quick. How's everyone feeling? Good. What do you guys think of the track?
It's fun.
It's pretty fun, huh? Alright guys, so everybody saw where we got the yellow flag. Just remember, kind of treat the flags like checkered flags today. Ride all the way to the flag. Everyone saw where we got it. We're putting our hands up. We're only doing an easy cool down corner. We're not doing a whole lap. This is the only place we're going to come off the track, only place we're going back on. Alright? Like yesterday, if you missed the flag, do a whole nother lap for us. It's a little bit more critical that we don't cut this track because there's a lot more straightaways, a lot more going on. Alright? And guys, obviously we've got multiple turns now. We've got rights and lefts. So you can't be okay with just sitting in the center of the seat. Alright? Move those hips from high side edge to high side edge. Take advantage of this. It's like the figure of 8 roll. Alright? You've got to move those hips from high side edge to high side edge every turn that you go into. Alright? It's going to be critical now going to the right that we stay on the rear brake the whole way around the sweeper. That long turn up there. Stay on that rear brake. Alright? Otherwise, good job. Everybody looked like they're doing pretty good. We're going to do the same thing. Half of you behind Ben, other half behind me. And smile, guys, riding motorcycles, alright?
Oh yeah.
Let's go have some fun.
Hey guys, if you see me doing this, remember like in here, just nice, gentle on that front brake. One finger, eh? Okay.
A lot of you using the foot brake.
So, that's Robbie Peterson, the older gentleman there without the helmet, and the gentleman talking to us was Cameron Peterson, Cam Peterson, and yeah, go look up who they are. You'll see Robbie Peterson is, well, as far as I can tell, he started in exactly one race in MotoGP, which is a hell of a lot better than pretty much anyone can say for themselves. And Cam Peterson is he's a regular in the AMA 1000 series. He races 1000cc bikes, both in the stock class and in the superbike class, which is a much less restrictive class. So that's really, really cool to work with people in a sense that are just so many levels beyond where I will ever be as a motorcycle rider. So one thing I've noticed in this class is they do teach you to kind of put your foot out in a very specific way. I never did that. One of the big reasons I took this class was to help me with my adventure bike riding, and one of the big things about riding adventure bikes is to, oh my god, that was almost a crash right there. I'm telling you, I mean, some people are out here to have fun, and some people are out here to do the techniques, you know? Maybe you can do both at the same time. I don't know. It's hard to say. Oh, big crash. Little crash, I should say, actually. Not a big crash at all. A little too early on the brakes there. I think as this goes on, you're going to see me getting more and more upset with myself. Because I am just, I'm fat, I'm out of shape, I'm a piece of crap. I've gained, since I started this YouTube channel, I've gained an absurd amount of weight. Yeah, that's obviously an instructor there. I think that's Cam. Look how much faster he goes on the straights because he weighs less. It's really, really, really pronounced. I mean, I have absolutely no chance to catch anybody on a straightaway. It's just completely impossible. So the only thing I have is cornering, but again, my fat ass makes cornering harder too. What really makes cornering harder, more than me being fat, way more than me being fat, is I'm a wuss. And we're gonna see it. Oh, we're gonna see it. So my track training there kicks in. If anyone asks, hey, why didn't you stop, Sterling Moto? Why didn't you go help? You're not supposed to help. You're supposed to let the track workers, who are, you know, the guys standing around and the coaches and everyone else, they stop. I get the hell out of the way as best as I can and just...
Oh, no. That was bad.
Yeah. And I'm really pissed off because that guy who did that was my friend who I brought with me, and as you saw, he was having problems like this whole session. He was going fast until he wasn't, right? Yeah, man. Well, Buddy ended up having a bit of a problem with his shoulder, and he did a little bit of riding the rest of the day, but yeah, it was what it is. So now we're here on our second session. They changed up the track a little bit with these cones. So when you go out, you're supposed to weave through the cones and then do the track as normal. Oh, you can see I almost stalled there. I like being one of the later people out, for sure. Kind of getting the track to myself so I can just focus on the lines and everything else. They teach you a lot of different techniques here at Supercamp, and since I am going to be posting this on public media, you know, YouTube public video, I'd really rather not go into it too deeply, because I feel like I'd be kind of stealing their techniques. Saying, oh, this is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm doing it, and this is what you should do. No. I am a slow piece of shit on these motorcycles, for sure. Basically on any dirt bike. I mean, everything you learn on the street. Wow, look how he turned that turn into a double apex there.
Oh, okay.
So what the athletic guys were doing there through those cones, they were actually shifting their body position constantly, left, right. Man, I mean, I'm 270 pounds. I'm sorry, that is just not going to happen. Man, look how he clips that, and then he goes super wide there. My line through that fast corner is so jacked up. And that's the reason he's pulling away from me, is because of his lines. And he's telling me to keep up with him, and I'm like, dude, I can't keep up. I'm stuck behind this guy here. I wouldn't even say a guy. I mean, he's a kid. I'm riding around with I think he's 10 years old. And now we all just... They're saying spread out, but it's like, what do you mean? What am I supposed to stop and get off the bike? You know what I mean? I'm kind of just like, alright. I bet you can hear the rear drum brake. He's got a front disc and a rear drum. So right now I'm thinking, man, how am I going to pass this kid? The last thing I want to do is stuff him up the inside. You know what I mean? And put the fear of God into him and scare him. Man, my line through there is so jacked up. God. Yep. And there's Cam telling me I'm dipping in my inside shoulder. That's like the cardinal sin that I keep committing. Whenever I just, whenever my concentration starts to falter even a little bit, I end up just tipping in that inside shoulder over and over and over again. I just, what are you doing? Exactly, what the fuck am I doing? I'm dipping in that inside shoulder, riding like I'm on a fucking super bike. God, it's ridiculous. I would say, man, hey, if you're, you know who you are, if you're the kid or the father of the kid watching this video, my only advice, and I'm sure they told this to you again and again, man, look at that. Look at how good the coaches are. It's just unbelievable. I think this kid's really good, but what he's not doing is he doesn't have that. He's got a lot of instinct, right? But what he doesn't have right now is that knowledge of the line. You see how he's turning in so early? Look at me though, my knowledge of the line is shit too, don't get me wrong. I ain't any better, man. And that's kind of the problem. Now they're yellow flagging us here in this second session. So as I said, you put your hand up, we go around this turn and we go straight off and we have a little chat and then we do the course backwards. I'm gonna tell you right now, watching this shit looks easy, right? If you think it's easy, and you think I'm full of shit, and I'm just like the worst rider at the world, put your money where your mouth is.
Just gonna, couple of things. This line's gonna change. Remember now when we come now? Remember that there's our con, there's our target. So we're not gonna come deep here because it's pointless. The apex will change, okay? The other thing is, through the cones, if you're going too slow and you don't have a gyro effect on the wheels, the bike actually wants to fall on its side and you end up fighting with your upper body. That momentum, believe it, then forces everything from here to here. The quicker you go, transfers this pulling it. We don't want you pulling and pushing on the bars. Like I said, if you're going too slow, he wants to fall on the side and you end up fighting it. So just work on that. The goal is you want to start off slow, you're going to get close to that inside cone. Just build that momentum, not with the throttle, not doing this, just build. Your throttle should never do this. If you feel like you're going a little bit too quick, modulate that gear brake a tiny little bit. But doing this, upset suspension back and forth, then makes the bike hard to turn. What do you got?
As a dirt bike rider, what he just said is one of the most important things you can learn. And it's very difficult to learn. That's Chris Carr, by the way. One of the greatest motorcycle racers of all time. Seriously, look him up if you don't believe me. And look how bad he's shitting on me. And you know he's not even trying. So yeah, back to that point that Robbie Peterson there was making. And if you are on a bike, whether it be a dirt bike or a street bike or whatever, going too fast is really bad. That'll get you really hurt. But going too slow is pretty damn bad too, because you lose the gyroscopic effect of the motorcycle. When you're moving along on a motorcycle, right, the bike wants to stay upright and go straight. When you start losing your speed, ooh, that was pretty good on the brakes there. When you start losing your speed, the motorcycle just wants to tip over and fall over. And that's kind of the last thing you want when you're kind of doing those cones. Or say when you're doing rocks. You saw it right there. I went too slow and the bike wanted to tip over. And I ended up cutting that corner through really, really well. You know, the crazy thing is, even in this wet dirt, There is so much bloody traction. It is unbelievable. If you apply the techniques they're teaching, it's like, this feels like pavement. And it really goes to show you, if you were to apply these techniques on pavement, holy crap.
Lower your head.
What did you say, lower my head? I can't help but rev match. I tell you not to rev match, but it's like, I'm sorry, it's too much fun. I have to rev match. I don't even think, it's like one of those things you don't even think about after you've done it for so many, well, 5 years. After you've been rev matching oh shit, I almost crashed there. Awesome.
I don't like that.
Putting himself down and doing a little dab there to balance himself, but his problem is he's just not physically working very hard, you know. I am a bigger, less athletic person than that guy I just passed, and I can tell you I am burning probably twice as many calories per minute as he is. And that's the reason I'm so much faster. That's something you have to understand about the sport of motorcycle riding, is that I can't explain it. Like, the sport of motorcycle, it's a sport. You've got to burn calories for speed. That's really the only way. But as you can see, that guy passes is the only slowpoke in the group, because I'm catching up with everybody here. There's the black flag. I put my hand up, and we're going to head up the track and we're going to do the next session. Man, he's 10 or 11, and he's kicking some ass. You'll see him put the moves on me at some point in this video. Just keep your eyes out. So now the drill is do what we did with the cones and the lefts and the rights and everything, but you can only use your right hand.
This is hard.
You've got to use. And so I'm trying to
move around on this.
I right there where I put my left hand on the bar, I tried to shift my weight for this right hand, or for this left hand turn, or for the right hand turn, and I'm realizing when I'm only using one hand, I basically have to put my ass right in the middle of the seat and compromise, because I can't get it. Oh, look how I'm going on the inside there. That was stupid. That wasn't smart. You gotta get on the outside of that cone, just. You gotta get on the outside of that cone. Yeah, I said my name, whatever. Dox me. Do what you gotta do. I'm not redoing this. So I'm pretty sure I'm about to go up on the inside of that cone again, and I'm gonna yell at myself for being an idiot. It's one thing to be a wuss and go slow. It's another thing to ride like a complete idiot like that. It is completely another thing to ride like an idiot like that. And I gotta admit, I'm pretty ashamed of myself for going to the left of that cone. And look at these people. Look how slow they're going. Come on. Pick up the pace, guys. Y'all are faster than me. Show it. Notice how different the line I take is than everyone else.
Put your hand on the gas cap. Easier.
Yep, coach. And look at the coach. Look how badly he just like destroys everybody. He's on the same bikes. He's not on a souped up bike. Seriously. He's on the same bike as everybody else. Notice how slow they're going through those cones. You gotta get some speed through those cones, guys. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, I need to make a pass, but it's like... And look how we're all right. I hit the cone. I hit the cone. It's because it's because I kept taking the wrong line. Now again, I'm thinking about that pass, but how do you make it happen safely? This isn't a track day, this isn't a race. You know what I mean? You pretty much have to... Maybe that is the line. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just stupid, man. As you can see, though, when I go through those cones by myself, how much faster I went than everyone else. Like when I finally had my chance, I was able to accelerate through that cone section because it's like, what? You're barely churning at all. Why do you need to slow down? If I'm gonna say I did one thing right, that was the one thing I did right was to have no fear through those cones. And that's kind of how it works. As long as I'm not using the brakes, I'm actually pretty...
Well, not really. You moving around on the seat?
I don't move around. That's like the big thing. I'm like pulling left.
I can't figure out how to move my bike.
Listen up. The thing is, we're going through those cones so slow that that you're actually making it harder.
Yeah.
You're not. This is a good one for you. Well, no, wrong arm. Shit. Put the throttle on the other side. Just got to pick up a little bit more speed so you can get the rhythm. If that's slow, I couldn't get my rhythm. I'm like, oh shit, this just doesn't feel. Just get yourself going. So it's just a little blah 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 blah. And get in a little bit of a rhythm in it. We're going so slow through there. I'm like, holy shit, this is hard. It's harder. I'm not talking 20 miles an hour. I'm talking 5. Just a little bit quicker. Just kind of let the thing roll through there a little bit. It won't be as jerky. It won't be as difficult. All right?
Yes, sir.
Just like the kids, let it go. Come on.
Go ahead. All right, I'm going.
I always try to let people go ahead of me. I want to be in the back, just doing my thing, you know. So one thing I learned about this class, and it's something I've heard before, and that is counter steering versus direct steering. What a contentious topic. I got to tell you, direct steering works. As someone who is all about counter steering, direct steering does work. It's hard to put it into words. Oh, doing a little 50 pence in there, it looks like. You see a lot of people putting their foot down, especially the coaches, because the way to ride these bikes fast.
Sorry?
Oh, he was saying I was carrying good speed through the cones. Okay. Look how wide he goes, and then look how shallow I go, and look how far away from me he pulls. It's because he's aggressive with the brakes. He's going deep and aggressive with those brakes, and I'm riding like a total freaking wuss. Just an absolute scaredy cat. Look how early I'm braking. So keep keep that in mind because that's something that's going to come up again and again for me. Is that I'm just braking so early. Overslowing the bike is actually kind of a good thing in this class. They teach you to do that. Because when you overslow the bike, you can really change direction quickly, especially when you use positive steering. Got one more session and then the really embarrassing part begins. Oh, let's put it that way. So now we're all getting encumbered here. Man, I'm sorry, that guy in front of me is... Oh, I stalled. I got scared. I got scared there and I locked up the rear brake. I completely locked the rear brake and there goes the engine. Right? When the back tires stop spinning and you're not using the clutch, well, what do you think's going to happen? Look how fast I catch them. Look how absolutely quickly I'm catching these people through those cones. And it's not like I'm a good rider. There, I kind of overcompensate. So I made the pass. And you get stick. But look at this guy. It's like, dude, hit the gas. Come on, man. There you go. He's actually moving a little bit. That's not bad. But I'm trying to get up on his butt so I can, give him the old crisscross. I know that I think real racers use different terminology, but I love calling it the old crisscross. That's just what I love calling it. Doing this class makes me so glad I have my CRF 230F. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, next session. Well, there that guy goes. You can see him doing this thing, but you can see me the way I'm being so precise. We're all doing the wrong line. That was the line from the cone trail. It's like we all forgot how to go fast. Oh, did y'all see what I did there? I got on the throttle and increased my lean angle at the same. God damn it! I got on my throttle and I increased my lean angle at the same time. You can see me. I'm like, wait, something's not right here. Something is not right. Let's see if I do it right this time. Ah, they put a coach out there to get us going. To go and see. Now look how tight I get. Yep, there we go. So much faster. So much faster when you actually take the correct line. It's just unbelievable. I don't know. Anyone out here who thinks this can't benefit them is an idiot. Seriously. That's just the way it works. It's just the way it works. We're starting to get close to, well, you'll see. I'm going to start yelling at myself real bad. See why. Maybe it's the group I'm running in, maybe it's the people that are around me. No. I'm already making excuses. What it is me. That was a good pass right there. I didn't stuff him. I didn't wreck his line. I didn't do anything. We both got to go fast. God, look at the coach, though. That's what you want to be. That's how you want to act. It's like that guy right there. Pushing the bike down. Scrubbing the speed with the front tire.
Where are you looking?
Where was I looking? I was looking straight at the guy in front of me. And I'm going to tell you, anyone who races should know, don't look at the guy in front of you. That'll get you in a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, you can see it there. Danny's yelling at me because I'm leaning forward. Yeah, leaning forward's a bad thing. Lean backwards. Get that traction on the rear tires so you can keep the tires in line with each other. Right? You're working the rear, so load it up with your body weight, especially a fat ass like me. I don't think he's yelling at me for that. I can tell you that because one thing I'm doing right, and one thing I feel like I'm not always, but I usually do right as a motorcyclist, is that I'm pretty good with pointing my freaking head right where I want to go. And I got to attribute that to some people, and point your nose, point your chin where you want to go.
We got some storm clouds rolling in back there. Check that out. That means the track is going to be sweet the rest of the day.
Oh, nice.
Group 2, go!
I'm always hitting the red button. I'm always hitting the red button and taking my goggles off there for the yellow flags. So they're like, go, go, go. I'm like, ah, shit, my bike's off, bro. My goggles aren't on. I still know to negotiate the sweeper. I know I'm overslowing. But God help me if I'm going to be the guy who freaking crashes in the sweeper and it wads it up and, ends up feeling like absolute shit the next day. I got to admit, I'm about a day and a half removed from this now. And I am feeling so good. I am completely two sheets to the wind when it comes to my legs. I am just so bloody sore. You see, come on, Danny. It's like we got freaking 13 motorcycles out here on this little track in this arena, and you're trying to tell me something, and I'm trying to listen. I'm doing my damn best to listen to you, Danny, and I can't understand a fucking word you are saying. Like, he's trying to tell me something, and I know it's really important, and it can really help me as a rider, but I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is, Danny. I'm sorry. I know I'm doing something wrong. Ooh. I think what I'm doing there, I think what he's yelling at me for, after I'm looking a little more, I'm dipping my shoulder, I'm dropping my inside shoulder into the corner, which is a road racing technique, right? When you have pavement and a lot of grip. But when you're on the turrets and you don't have a lot of grip, dropping your inside shoulder is a very bad thing to do. So he gave me a thumbs up, which is pretty cool. I gotta admit, the coaches really liked what I was doing, but I hate to say it, I'm a competitive guy. I feel like I can do a hell of a lot more than I was doing. Maybe not me, but I feel like if someone out there can do a hell of a lot more than what I was doing. I cut the course a little bit there. Sorta. Close. I got my hand up. Now it's time. Now it's time for the real deal. This is where I show you how much of a goddamn wuss I am. So are you all ready to watch me make a fool out of myself? So here we go.
Ready.
Trying to be.
Not that.
Right,
That's not that boring. Watch where I brake. Awful. Look how early I roll off the throttle. And look how tight I was able to turn the motorcycle.
Next one, you got to go, okay, I'm going to go another yard.
Later braking.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely.
And start, this is the ideal place to come for. This is the ideal place to build that anxiety a little bit, and my best way to overcome anxiety is to anticipate it. So you've got to talk to yourself, okay, I'm going to run it a bit deeper this time, but I'm going to keep the bait, I'm going to look to see where I want to go. I'm not going to pull the front brake, I'm not going to pull the clutch. Talk to yourself, anticipate anything that might go wrong.
Should I be using the front?
Not for this job.
Not for this.
Just
I screwed that part up. Okay.
Just for this job.
Okay, cool, thanks.
So I'm showing you a little bit. I'm practicing here. The funny thing is, I look so much better on this corner than I do during the drill. Take two. I rolled off at the same spot. See? Same thing.
Just to start initiating the lean angle a little bit sooner. No, run it in, start initiating.
Yeah, so before I start getting on the brake, I want to push the bike down.
You watch the instructors, run it in there and start pushing that thing down. Yeah,
okay.
Just initiating the lean angle. It's nice form.
Thank you.
Yeah. I didn't see it either.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's nice to hear good things from a guy who has literally raced a 500cc bike in MotoGP. But at the same time, watch me. Watch how little of his advice I actually take in the moment.
I didn't do it.
Everything's your form is so nice. It's just like, okay, I don't know if you're looking at a reference point anywhere, pick a reference point and just go faster, okay?
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
This is what he's gonna keep telling me. My freaking wussy ass. I'm getting the best advice of my life to stop being a fucking wuss. But I can't listen to it because I'm a wuss. I'm a giant fucking wuss. Watch, here we go. Here's the next one. Look where I rolled off. Awful. God.
Just just talk to yourself. How far can I push it? How far can your technique and everything looks really nice.
Thank you.
I guess the guy behind me had a bit of a moment there. I'm not going deep enough into these corners. Oh, watch this. Look on your left. Just saying.
All right, you're up.
Come on. Oh, just a little more. Why can't I stay in it just a little more? What the fuck is wrong with me? It's like...
Just got to initiate the lean angle soon enough. Now that we're running it in harder,
Yeah.
start initiating the lean angle a little bit sooner.
Okay.
When you get to there, just start pushing that thing.
Yeah,
over.
exactly.
You don't have to go all the way there before you start turning.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't help again. I would really like for you to just let go of that.
So watch me try to initiate the lean angle. So when I start trying to apply a new technique, I forget about the other techniques. Just watch.
Oh, I forgot to roll.
I forgot to roll off.
That's the whole object of this drill, is to get yourself into a panic situation because you didn't get all the way off the gas there.
I barely rolled off at all.
But this is the ideal
Yeah.
opportunity to do that. What's
Yeah.
going to happen when I get myself into trouble, you know? So,
Yeah.
And your reaction was okay.
Yeah, I was thinking all about pushing the bike down, which I did.
you had the
But I
gas
forgot. I was like, why am I not stopping?
Yep, I pushed the bike down, but I forgot to roll off the throttle, so I got on the rear brake, and it did fuck all, and I freaked out a little bit, but it's not my first rodeo, thank God, and I kind of, everything kind of worked out. Let's try this one. See, I don't know. I'm being so wussy.
Harder? Yeah.
I want to see you scare yourself one more time.
He wants to see me scare myself. I'm telling you, when Robbie Peterson tells you to do something, you should fucking listen. End of story.
Right already.
Off the gas all the way.
Oh, darn it. Yeah. All right.
So that was so nice from there to there. And we got right there, you started falling up there.
Yep, I dipped. So I was doing really well,
Push yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
but I'm sorry.
A little bit. Yeah.
He's got the point there. Like what I did was I dipped my inside shoulder in, so I couldn't get the bike to turn. Not smart. Getting every single thing right on this trail is extremely difficult. That looks pretty good, actually.
Huh?
Form is nice. So just like
Keep going further and further.
Push yourself a tiny bit of.
Yeah.
Seriously nice job.
Yeah, I got to admit, I was pretty mad at myself until I saw that one. That one was pretty nice. Now, if I could do that again and again, even maybe push a little further, but I was getting pretty close to my limits there as a fat guy. Oh, I rolled off so early. What the hell am I doing?
I don't know. I got.
It's frustrating this one.
I leaned the wrong way, and my whole
Like you kind of got all mixed up right back there already.
yeah, my whole world collapsed around me. You know.
That's why I don't demo this show, because I can't even do it. It's like,
Dude, I love Robbie, man. This guy, if I could be a quarter of the guy he is, I will be happy and contented as a man. That's all I'm gonna say. That was just, I mean, seriously. Yeah, I slid my butt, so we're making a left turn. I slid my butt to the left, and it just screwed my head up so bad. Too early on the, I was 50.
Lean my shoulder.
Yeah, I leaned my shoulder, and it got me to start 50 pensing. You saw
I put my elbow down.
get a commitment, though. Get a commitment.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? That thing's like, you ran it in there a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I ran it in pretty well, but I tipped my inside shoulder, and you can see on the bike, it had a violent bucking reaction. You don't want that. You want to be smooth. You want to keep everything really, really smooth. Speed is shit. Smooth is what allows you to become an old rider. I don't know what I did there that looked weird, but it was okay, but it looked weird. I can tell I'm starting to get really physically and mentally drained at this point.
It's like I keep forgetting which side of the seat to sit on.
Just keep talking to yourself. Talk.
Sit on the right side of the seat. Yeah.
No, your technique's so close, man. Seriously.
Thank you.
Kind of just leaning in a little bit with the upper body, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Everything I've learned as a rider is to lean in with that upper body and dip your shoulder. But this is just such a different, it's such a different thing. That scared me. I was very...
Shoulder, right?
I think you might have actually got into a little. So on your approach, just get out as wide as you can. Get as close to those bales as you can.
Okay.
Oh, that's very interesting.
My head, man. Yeah.
I just want to sit there and talk to this guy. Yeah, I can talk to Robbie all day while my bike's idling. That was the last one of that. You know what? I'm actually a little less disappointed in myself than I thought I was going to be. So this is the penultimate session here. Look how early I'm turning in. Not good. Yeah, look how I don't go wide. What am I doing? Look how early I'm braking. If the GoPro doesn't pick up what you're saying, then how the hell do you expect me to pick it up? So, right? At this point, I got to admit, I'm really, both physically and mentally, overwhelmed. This is just all so much to take in, so much to do right, because, okay, yeah, you don't have to be, you can drive around this track doing whatever the fuck you want. And you'll get around the track, right? That's not the point. Damn, dude, look at that guy. That's a coach right there. Look at him drive away from me. He's using the front to scrub speed. He's pushing that bike down, getting like 60 or 70 degrees of lean angle. Picking that bitch up and just moving. I apexed way too early there. That's pretty embarrassing. I broke way too early, turned in too early. Alright, I'm gonna get my last beer. Let's listen to what the instructor has to say. Moving again already. Shit, I missed what they said. That's okay. I'm gonna watch this without being able to commentate on it. See, for me as a non-racer, what is so important to me is staying on the line. That's my number one goal. You gotta hit that apex. You make your own apex, yada yada yada. What I should say is I want to hit these yellow, these are little yellow steel plates that they put around the track. Getting as close to those yellow steel plates as I can. Crash. See, get that. Get freaking in there, Sterling Moto. What are you doing? Get in there. Chris Carr, look at him just shit on that guy. Like he's not even moving, which we're not. To be fair, we're not moving. See, I wanted to stuff him up the inside so bad. And if it was a race, I totally would have. Just to prove a point. But man, we're out here to learn. We're out here to have fun. And me stuffing him up the inside, that would have been a total dick move, wouldn't it have? Don't be a dick. I'm going to put this out here. For all you aspiring track day riders, riding on a track day is not a race. Riding at the non-racer school of American Supercamp is not a race. The first rule you should... Ooh, I did that pretty well there. The first rule you should follow is don't be a dick. Okay? Be courteous to your fellow rider. Yeah, is he slower than you? So what? Don't stuff him up the inside and ruin his line and put the fear of God into him, because you know what? That guy's not here to fucking race. He's here to become an old motorcyclist. The kind of guy who rides for 50 years. And I'm telling you right now, you don't ride for 50... Oh, damn, that was crazy. That's what a racer does. He puts the fear of God into you. He puts the fear of God into you. Alright, we got one more session here. I could have sworn I got passed by the kid. I know I got passed by the kid. Maybe I missed the session. I don't think I actually ended up capturing every single session. So I'm going to use this last little tired mentally. I am tired physically. Doing the techniques and doing them right every single time. I don't know how to explain it. I can't do it. It's just not for me. But you gotta admit, my lines look pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna see how he's okay. That right there explain like if you think you're fast, go ride with Cam Peterson. Just do it and prove it. Prove to me that you know what the fuck you're doing. Oh, you're faster than me? Great. Oh, you're faster than the Tom, Dick, and Harry riding in the amateur class in Lira or whatever? Sure, great. Go oh, look at that! Yeah! Yes, that was it. He stuffed me so hard I stalled the bike. Dude, that honestly, that made my day, dude. That kid had some balls to do that. And I gotta admit, if it was anyone else, I would be pissed. But you know what, man? That kid had been struggling a lot all day. And he pulled that shit out, dude. That was a great pass. Like, if he pulls that kind of move in a race, he's gonna win races. He's gonna put the fear of fucking God into his opponents, and that's exactly what he needs to be doing. Love it. Absolutely love it, man. I'm hyped up. That hyped me up. Seriously, if you've watched this and you think Supercamp isn't for you, then I don't know. What kind of rider are you? Do you really think you're fucking God's gift to riding and you can just watch Brett Tax? You can just fucking watch YouTube or whatever and be like, oh yeah, I know everything. I got the technique down because I watched some asshole on YouTube do it. Go fuck yourself. Put your money where your mouth is. Not against me, because I'm slow as shit. I don't give a shit about going fast. But go put your money where your mouth is against Cam fucking Bobier. Cam Peterson. Not Cam Bobier, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cam. I shouldn't have said he should not be named, right? No, but seriously. Put your money where your mouth is against Cam. Oh, he stuffed me again. Damn, he stuffed me again. That was twice. He lapped my ass. Look at that. To be fair, he got most of that lap when I was sitting there trying to get my bike started. But hey. Now, to be fair to the kid, I did go after that. I went up to him and gave him a fist bump and said, "Man, that was awesome." I was so happy, man. We gotta get more kids into racing. We gotta get more kids riding motorcycles. And here it is. This is the final little session. We do a few laps here, going clockwise, and that's the end of Supercamp. And I'm telling you, if you think you are better than this, then I'm sorry. You're just an idiot. Either you're an idiot or you are literally one of the best and most talented motorcycle riders in the world. So who are you? Huh? Just saying. It pisses me off, man. It pisses me off because I try to get people to come to this. So many people, and they're just like, no, it's not helpful, no, it's dangerous, no, it's this, no, it's that. So who do you want to be? You want to ride motorcycles to show off? This is the place to go. You want to ride motorcycles to prove something to yourself? This is the place to go. You want to ride motorcycles because it's fun? This is definitely the place to go. Damn, I almost ate shit there. And look, he passed me again. He was waiting, man. Man, look how much pace he's got. But his lines, look, I'm not gonna be an asshole because he's fast. His lines kind of suck. He's getting a lot of his pace by taking aggressive lines, and that's the kind of thing that's gonna get you hurt. So I really hope this kid comes back to this class or some class where they, hey, take more conservative lines, you know? Because if you take those aggressive lines, you're gonna get hurt. You're going to get hurt. But I gotta admit, man, I opened the door for him. I didn't just open the door for him. I put a freaking charge of C4 on the door and blew it off the fucking hinges for him. I admit, this was the most fun I've ever had at a motorcycle class. Man, that was a shitty line. I say that, and I'm so glad I did this, and I'm gonna do it again as long as I'm alive. These guys know what they're doing, and they know how to teach. What you have to do as a student, though, is step up. I'm gonna quote a channel who shall not be named, and I'm gonna say this is PhD level shit right here. And if you wanna get up to that PhD level, you gotta open your mind and open your wallet. That's the only way, and that's the checkered flag there for the day. So I gotta admit, guys, seriously, think about your fucking riding. Did you do this? You think you can do this? You think you can do better than me? Get your ass out there and